It's your boy D Brimzo, aka Mega Heist, back on another segment behind the brim. I guess I should be telling y'all how we compiled the second mixtape known as Brim Game 2, the datpiff edition. Um, so where I left off at, we had just finished completing the project for Brim Game 1. So y'all already know YG was sleeping, aka YG Renegade was sleeping. I made the tape, woke him up, told him he had a tape in rotation, got promoted. So every day we going around promoting the mixtape. Dollars gets out of jail, so he seen the tape and he like, damn, y'all niggas really moved it, bro. You know what I mean? At this point in time, I didn't even get to meet Young God. So I'm just, you know what I mean? I just got them 2 songs with them. So we start booking sessions, and then one of the sessions I formally get to meet Young God. You know, I ain't even get to say much to him. I ain't even think, I'm gonna keep real, I ain't even think Young God liked the kid, bro. He ain't say nothing, bro. He ain't say, word of mother, my son was in the session and all that. He ain't say nothing, got his verses done, fly ass verses, got his verses done. And we came to other couple sessions after that. And we got those, that's how we got those songs together. I wound up booking a session for Mayhem. Mayhem's very first session, because for the first mixtape we used vaulted material. So in the second mixtape, you're gonna notice a lot of the songs got mixed and mastered. So shout out to LO, because LO was he did help us out a lot on that tape. He actually was almost like an A&R on the second mixtape, because he brought in mad artists. He brought in A Suave, No Filter, himself as an artist and all that. And he even offered his expertise as a sound engineer. In case y'all didn't know or might have missed that, LO's a sound engineer in the squad, so we don't really need too many engineers for the squad, but we always welcome. We are always welcoming engineers. So yeah, we got LO. He brought in mad tracks. I had to hit up Interstate Lee, so I had to go to Interstate Lee's crib, ask him for permission to use his song and shit. Even the song, he felt like it was a little bit vintage, but I was like, yo, bro, ain't nobody heard this song. I'm taking it up, and I'm gonna show you how to market these joints. So he was kind of leery at first. I think L was leery. Cause L know me that well. He know YB. That's like more of YB's connection and his friends. And so I think he was kind of leery about it. He was probably like, why that song? But he ended up giving me that song and a few others for that particular mixtape. And who else started around that time? I think this is around the course of the summer, so I ended up getting a lot of the artists together during the summer, and that's how you got to see a lot of behind the brim footage. Was when I was around New York shooting for the whole summer, trying to gather everybody that was on the tape before they started to like get settled and they started doing their own thing. So that led the case with Mayhem. Mayhem still didn't have any physical appearance on the channel, so I did the interview. I had YB come. We shot the interview on the day Mayhem could come to the hood, and we did the very first interview. Go check that out with Mayhem on there, and shot some promos, pictures. Our A&R Slim Brim came through, took some quick shots. Around this time also, this is around July, like June, July, came out with the release of the White Cloud Renegade tees that sold out on our website. Shout out to the subscribers and all the customers that come to the actual website and purchase stuff. So yeah, that wound up selling out, and at the time we We was doing promo for that, so we was taking pictures with the hats, shirts, all types of merchandise we had floating around during the course of the second mixtape. Around this time, we go shoot an interview with MREC. That's on his channel. Go check that out. It's on MREC TV. We shoot an interview. Crisis pulls up. That's another dude we got the track from. But me and him gave him more tracks too. During the interview. Well, after the interview, he slid me the Crisis track because I never had that in my stash. So he gave me that and a few others. We booked him in a session. He tightened up his session. Even though his first session was kind of harsh because he could barely lay that shit down. But he had to get back into emotion because he ain't been in the studio. He thought he was going to be Michael Jordan. I'm like, yo, bro, you retired. You got to come back. We going to start your pre-trial runs. So after my son came back, sharpened up real quick, and he was laying down the songs. Me and YB was trying to figure out what level of marketing we was going to do for the second tape, or if we should just see with the success of the second tape how many people was going to support it. So we ended up doing that. I ended up getting to a situation at the crib too, so during a week of promotion, so they had to hold that shit down. So after I came back around, we started finish up the promo for the second mixtape and fleshing out the channel. By that time, we started running ads on MREC TV, and the first mixtape and the second mixtape started getting quite a nice buzz to it. And then after that, my son YB was like, yo, when we dropping that third mixtape, and that's when I was like, yo, we gonna do this annually on in January 1st, like at midnight. And he was like, yo, that sound right. So just about as we was wrapping up the tape, he ended up getting into a situation with Dollars that I don't know about to this day. I'm just ready to drop the tape that one day. This nigga like, yo, you gotta take Dollar's shit off. I'm like, what? Nigga, what? Word mother, son. Yo, we was debating that shit for like 3 hours before the release of the tape. And it was like 24 hours before the release of the tape. So I'm like, yo, bro, we is not about to sit here and take off this man's tracks. I had this man up and down the original track listing of the mixtape. And that's what y'all can also get a hold of, the alternate version of the Renegade Revolver Brim Game 2 Renegade Revolver edition mixtape. That's on our website too, renegaderevolver.com. So if you ever want to go check that mixtape out, it's up there for $25. I'll still make it available too. So yeah, but I'm like, we having a whole debate. We about to fight over this. So I'm like, yo, only way you taking these songs off with Dollars is if you got a substitute artist, and you gotta come 24 hours from the time. I ain't trying to hear that because we pushed for a date. That's another thing on the second mixtape. We pushed for a date, so we kind of hurried that project out. So he was like, yo, I got the artist. He ended up pulling up YO. I ended up shooting an interview with him. YO gives me a bulk of mad material. I had to scratch the whole project. We redoing the project. I think we did that project like 4 times. Like, I don't even know. It's like 4 different types of variations of that of Brim Game 2 that y'all don't know about. That got other songs on there that I took off, all types of stuff. But yeah, we wound up getting it. I go hit up. I even tried to sneak Dollars onto the tape. I'll be honest. I even tried to sneak Dollars onto the tape, like, because YB had fell asleep again. So I'm like, alright, he fell asleep. I'm about to finish up this tape. No interruptions. Feel me? My son get up out here. I see him doing this in his sleep, trying to wake up. I'm like, damn, this nigga gonna wake up. This nigga wake up like, yo, let me hear that tape again. I'm like, damn. I start playing the tape. As soon as he hear Dollar verse, he's like, nah, take that off, take that off, take that off. I try to sneak him on the tape again. I think I had a song with Dollar's verses on the end of the shit, bro. And this nigga, he listening to it like, yo, this young guard shit is hard. I'm like, yeah, this shit hard. I ain't never heard the entirety of that song. So Dollar's verse came on. That nigga was like, nah, take that shit off too. I was like, damn. So that's why on Brim Game 2 is no duffel bag dollars from Young God, because I was ordered to take that off at Wabi Renegade's request, because there's an altercation. Not altercation, but a disagreement with create differences regarding their music. So they didn't make that cut. So I wanted to save that alternate version. I did have them on there and putting it up on the website. And then I had some songs that I had a cut with me and Manium on there. Words of Wisdom, I believe. And we got another track from L. Because L always gives us mad tracks. And then we closed out the tape. I did the graphic work again. That was like the fourth time I did it, because YB kept going on the mad revision. So I was like, yo, bro, you owe me $400. And you gotta bring a new artist. So that's how Prima Dawn came in there, because he had to cover up a $400 debt from the artwork being done. So he was like, yo, I could bypass it by bringing an artist who will bring consultation. So I'm like, alright, cool. But we'll save that for another story that goes into Brim Game 3. But yeah, that's how Brim Game 2 came about. So y'all got any questions, comments, hit me up. Let me know, guys. It's your boy D Brimzo, aka Meg High, signing out. You already know. Renegade out.